Good evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Jefferson Robbins, filling in for Grant Olson. It's good to see you again. Before we get to what's making news today, let's take a quick look outside our weather window today. The picture has been beautiful. Sunny skies, pretty clear, light clouds moving in. Temperatures up around the 80-degree mark, just enough to make you break out in a little bit of sweat while you're walking across the parking lot back to your car. I noticed that earlier today when I was shopping at Costco. This is the view from our Turtle Rock camera looking down toward Wenatchee, downriver. The same picture sort of applies for the rest of the week. We'll probably see pretty cloudless skies. Temperatures up around the 80-degree mark, might get close to 90 coming up on Sunday. You'll hear from our friend Eric Granstrom a little bit later on with the full weather forecast as well as sports. But right now, here's a few of the stories we're going to be following for you tonight. The last hurdle to vaccinating younger teens and 12-year-olds in Washington has officially been removed. An alleged methamphetamine ring operating in Grant County has been busted by a set of federal indictments. And a bridge washout along Icicle Creek has cut off some access to the Alpine Lakes wilderness. But first, our top story tonight, the COVID-19 mass vaccination site at the Town Toyota Center will continue to operate through at least the end of June, even though the state will be ending its participation at the end of this month. The Chelan Douglas Health District said Wednesday that district personnel and volunteers will operate the drive-through vaccination site after the National Guard and State Department of Health workers depart. Mass vaccination sites throughout the state have reported a drop in demand as a larger percentage of the population has become vaccinated and the vaccine has gotten more widely available at other locations. The Wenatchee Mass Vax site was among the first 4 opened by the state on January 25th, along with sites in Kennewick, Spokane, and Ridgefield. The health district said as of last Saturday, more than 54,000 people have been vaccinated at the Wenatchee Center. Well, the last hurdle to vaccinating younger teens and tweens in Washington has been removed. The Western State Scientific Safety Review Work Group determined yesterday that the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine is, quote, safe and effective for youth aged 12 to 15. The work group, organized by Washington, California, Oregon, and Nevada, validated findings by the CDC and the FDA earlier this week. The Washington Department of Health made state authorization official last night. Local health providers and school districts have already begun organizing vaccine clinics for kids in the new target group, including one scheduled this Saturday at Wenatchee High School. That clinic will offer the dose for kids 12 and up who live in the Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, and Kashmir areas. Well, 5 Grant County men are charged in a federal indictment with conspiracy to sell methamphetamine. All were arrested last week on warrants issued by the U.S. District Court in Spokane. Federal prosecutors allege that Jesse Troy Charlton, Cody Ray Flores, Irbin Martinez Santa Cruz, and Ismael Ortiz Jr. worked together in a drug conspiracy beginning last July. Also charged but not pictured here was Mario Robert Crittenden. All 5 were charged under sealed indictments issued May 4th, which weren't disclosed until after they were arrested in police raids over the next 48 hours. All but 1 man remain in custody in the Spokane County Jail. If convicted, each faces a minimum prison term of at least 10 years. Well, a bridge on the Icicle Creek Trail suffered heavy damage over the winter, cutting off access to a pair of French Creek trails in the Alpine Lakes wilderness area. The Forest Service says it's uncertain when the bridge just past the Black Pine Horse Camp will be replaced. As a result, trails number 1551 and 1595 are unavailable. The Forest Service is warning hikers and horse users not to try to ford the creek as high runoff from heavy snowpack is likely to continue for some time. Well, coming up next, openly carrying firearms at the state capitol or at public demonstrations is now illegal in Washington. Grant County K-9 Chewbacca does it again, helping to capture a domestic violence suspect near Moses Lake. And a curious cougar gets its moment on camera outside a Lake Chelan home. I'm Jefferson Robbins. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
The Tan Republic Bronze Without Borders membership is our best membership to date. Discounted monthly dues, access to over 65 locations, 25% off all products, discounted upgrades and spray tanning, members-only specials, and of course, we treat you like a VIT. Very important tanner. Ask your certified Smart Tan associate how you can sign up for a Bronze Without Borders membership program today and save. Tan Beautiful. Tan Republic.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Hi, Stephen DeVilbiss here, Branch Manager of Beneficial and Home Care. We are an equal opportunity employer and we do not discriminate in employment or services. It is our mission to maximize our clients' physical health and sense of mental well-being while remaining in the comfort of their home. We are currently seeking professional caregivers who share our mission to help our clients live safely and comfortably at home. Call Beneficial and Home Care. Schedule your interview today. 509-663-7900.
At Wenatchee Power Sports, we proudly offer the Polaris product line. Polaris builds the highest quality side-by-side in the industry, with off-road capability that's second to none. The Polaris pre-order program allows customers to purchase the vehicle they want without having to select from limited dealer inventory. The Wenatchee Valley has year-round access to some of the best ORV trails in the Northwest. Start your adventure here at Wenatchee Power Sports.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Openly carrying firearms at the state capitol or at public demonstrations, like this Black Lives Matter rally last June in Wenatchee, is now illegal in Washington. Governor Jay Inslee on Wednesday signed the bill into law, barring the open carry of firearms on Capitol grounds and within 250 feet of any permitted demonstration. Visibly armed groups patrolled along the route of a 1,300-strong BLM march in Wenatchee on June 6th, saying they were there to offer protection for nearby businesses. The ban on such practices goes into effect immediately. Violating it is a gross misdemeanor. The National Rifle Association has said it plans to challenge the law. Well, Grant County Canine Chewbacca helped deputies capture a domestic violence suspect hiding in a trailer outside Moses Lake on Wednesday. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says 26-year-old Tyler J.D. Hill allegedly spit in his girlfriend's face and threatened to stab her with a screwdriver. The Sheriff's Office said Hill fled to a trailer on the same property in the 4000 block of Road E9 Northeast, where Chewbacca climbed through a hole and latched onto the suspect's arm. Hill was booked into the Grant County Jail on suspicion of fourth-degree domestic assault and a felony warrant for first-degree theft. Now, the Washington State Department of Health is reporting an E. coli outbreak that has reached into 4 counties across the state. Health officials say the outbreak may be linked to fresh produce. Thus far, there have been 6 confirmed cases, 3 in King County and one each in Snohomish, Walla Walla, and Benton counties. 3 of those people have been hospitalized, including 1 person in serious condition. The Department of Health is working with local health officials to investigate the outbreak. Well, thanks to her lakeside camera, Yvette Cook, who lives in the 13,000 block of Lakeshore Road, 4 miles up lake from Lake Chelan State Park, discovered she'd had a visitor early Tuesday morning. Cook said video of the curious cougar was taken at 2:36 a.m., and she has not seen the big cat since, although several neighbors also reported seeing it in the neighborhood. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, Megan McPherson meets a sweet friend named Chipper in this week's Pause for Pets, and Eric Granstrom is on deck with your complete local weather forecast, plus the latest in sports. That and more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu, because we work to get you to work.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located at the beautiful Highlander Golf Course in East Wenatchee. Highlander Grill offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner with dine-in or takeout options. Highlander Bar and Grill's friendly staff is here to serve you 7 days a week. Call for reservations Friday night prime rib dinner. Contact Chelan, Highlander Grill's site coordinator, to schedule your corporate event or special occasion today.
Time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight, NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson introduces us to Chipper Girl.
Hey everyone, Megan here with the NCWLIFE channel. We are here with Haley at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and Chipper is joining us this week. What's going on with Chipper?
So Chipper got brought to us as an owner surrender. She unfortunately has seizures and the owner couldn't take care of her anymore. While she's been here, she's on a medication called phenobarbital, and her seizures are totally under control. We haven't seen a single seizure since she's been here.
And what kind of home is she looking for?
She's probably going to need an adult-only home. She is a little bit on the shyer side. She prefers calm, quiet areas. And even when it's calm and quiet in here, she does prefer hiding. So she will probably be an under-the-bed cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the adoption process?
If they want to adopt Chipper Girl here, they need to call our shelter at 509-662-9577 and schedule an appointment to meet her.
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open by appointment only. Call them at 509-662-9577 to schedule a meet and greet, or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Somebody should give that sweet cat a home. I know just the person, too. It's Dan Kuntz. He's here now with our NCWLIFE Evening News weather.
Dan Kuntz filling in for Grant Olson's taking a couple of well-deserved days off, so I get to do the duties of doing the weather forecast. We'll begin with a beautiful view from our Rondo Rock camera. Turtle Rock dominates your view there. Of course, Turtle Rock has its name because it looks like a giant rock. And way off in the distance, as you can see, the snow is melting. In the higher elevations, it continues to recede faster than Cal's hairline. And that brings up a very important point for you people to the north of us. National Weather Service is predicting that the Okanagan River, where it meets and goes through Tenasket, is going to get two flood stage. The flood level is at 15 feet. Again, this is the Okanagan River up north at Tenasket. 15 feet is the flood stage. They think it will be at 15 feet on Monday and will go to 16 feet, a foot above flood stage, the Okanagan River in Tenasket, by the middle of next week as the snowmelt continues in the higher elevations. Beautiful view of Lake Antiata, Rondo Rock, Turtle Rock from our Rondo Rock camera, courtesy of Sky-Fi. All right, let's take a look at the almanac for today. 78, beautiful, gorgeous. Nothing wrong with that. That's 6 degrees, 7 degrees above normal, our normal high this time of the year. Right around 71, 51 for the overnight low. As you can see, normal 71 and 48. This warm stretch continues. 91, our record high during that very warm May of 1993. And check out all the daylight. We're above the 15-hour mark now. 15 hours and 3 minutes of daylight for everybody here in north central Washington. No rain in the forecast, but we're going to get some wind later on. Let's take a look at the high temperatures forecast for Friday. Everybody is going to be bathed in bountiful sunshine. Get out and enjoy. 83 in Moses Lake. It's not going to be 38 in Ephrata. That's a typo. 81 in Wenatchee, 82 in Kashmir, 81 in Aniat, up in Omak, 81 degrees. Everybody will be in the lower 80s certainly tomorrow, and it's going to get warmer still, and you're not going to believe the high temperature forecast on Sunday. Let's take a look at the surface loop. This is for the rest of the day today. High pressure is in charge. It's a flat high pressure ridge, but it's big enough that it's taking all of the weather systems that are supposed to pay us a visit and knocking them elsewhere, which means we're going to warm up to 81 degrees by Friday. Saturday, we're looking at mid 80s, and again, It's very warm because the high pressure ridge is going to start amplifying our temperatures. 84 on Saturday. We could get by Sunday close to 90 degrees. The warmest day of the year is certainly going to be the forecast on Sunday. 55 for the overnight low. Downright hot from May. We can call that safely hot. And then a big trough of low pressure is going to start working its way in. The high pressure ridge is not strong enough to hold off, and we're going to start cooling down big time on Monday, only 82 degrees, which is still well above normal. The big story is going to be on Tuesday. Nothing's going to stop this trough coming in. It's well organized, and it's going to advance in. It's going to make everybody much cooler and very windy conditions. The gradients are going to get really tight, folks. We're talking tighter than Tucker's wallet, and that means lots and lots of wind for everybody, not just the Pacific Northwest, Central Washington, Eastern Washington. Oregon's going to be dealing with strong winds on Tuesday and Wednesday as this trough comes in. As you can see, all the cool air that's coming in. It's all relative. Our normal high temperature, again, 71 degrees, where it's just going to feel like summer by the weekend. So here is your 7-day forecast. Again, lots of sunshine, just a couple of high passing clouds. That's all we're going to be dealing with. Highs just about 80 degrees. We'll be in the lower 80s on Friday. Saturday, mid 80s, lots of sunshine. The high pressure hits its peak on Sunday with near 90 degrees. And then we start cooling down. Lots of sunshine still on Monday. That's not going to be the issue. It's just going to be considerably cooler, and then we go right back down to normal, even slightly below normal temperatures on Tuesday and Wednesday as this low pressure trough comes flying into the Pacific Northwest. Could even see some much needed rain, and it's certainly going to be quite breezy by the early part of the next work week. All right, going to take a break. When we come back, the handsome and debonair Eric Granstrom will have sports, and the even more handsome and more debonair Jefferson Robbins with more news. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
If you're like me, you're already dreaming about the summer, enjoying it with friends and family in the backyard. Don't get discouraged with the chilly breeze of spring just yet. There is still work to be done, and the warmer temperatures are just around the corner. If you've been thinking about when to get your backyard ready for summer, come on down to Blue Lagoon, now scheduling pool openings. Ask us why we think you should open your pool sooner rather than later. Call today. Scheduling is filling up fast.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing in the radio or seeing in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Thursday to you. The 2021 Seattle Seahawks schedule was released by the NFL on Wednesday amid much fanfare, including a 3-hour program dedicated to the league's release on the NFL Network. The Seattle 17-game schedule includes 5 primetime games, a Week 9 bye, and a tough early season slate of road games. Defending NFC West champs open the regular season at Indianapolis September 12th and then return home the following week to host Tennessee, the first time the Seahawks will play in front of the 12 since the end of the 2019 season. Seattle will then head back on the road for the next 2, facing Minnesota and San Francisco. They'll host the Rams in the first of 3 consecutive primetime games on Thursday night, October 7th. They'll play at Pittsburgh on Sunday night, October 17th, and then host New Orleans on Monday Night Football, October 25th. Following a meeting with Trevor for Lawrence and Jacksonville on Halloween. In Seattle, they'll take a bye before traveling to Green Bay November 14th. The Hawks will host the Cardinals November 21st and then have back-to-back primetime games again. Monday Night Football at Washington and Sunday night against the 49ers. Seattle will be in Houston December 11th and L.A. to face the Rams December 19th before returning home the day after Christmas to host Chicago and January 2nd against Detroit. They'll wrap up the regular season in Arizona January 9th. For more on the schedule and tickets, go to Seahawks.com. Well, Julio Urias was his typical dominant self for the Dodgers last night. Justin Dunn couldn't get an out of the fourth inning, and the L.A. Dodgers beat the Mariners 7-1. Urias allowed just one run on 2 hits over 7 innings while striking out 6. Manager Scott Servais says it was a disappointing road trip.
Going into the game, we had a pretty good idea that the Dodgers are going to be very patient and grind them out. And I thought his stuff tonight was really good. The fastball had a lot of life. The breaking balls were really good. Obviously, he ran into trouble there, in the fourth inning with a couple walks and, kind of got away from him a little bit, going to the bullpen and trying to hold the fort down there. So it didn't go our way. And certainly, we struggled again tonight offensively. Urias, he's tough. He has our number, and we didn't do much against him at all. So, not a great road trip. Certainly not what we were looking for. It started out on a high note in Texas. A couple games got away from us on this trip. We will regroup, get back home, and hopefully get back in the win column here, get back to playing better baseball.
Seattle's only run came on an RBI single by Dylan Moore in the top of the 5th. Mariners are dead last in all of baseball, hitting .204 as a team. Their run differential is a dismal -23. They hope a little shot in the arm will come at home tonight with a major league debut of Jared Kelenic in the outfield, along with pitching prospect Logan Gilbert on the mound. First pitch of the 4-game series against Cleveland at 7:10 at T-Mobile Park. Oakland continued to be the hottest team in baseball, knocking off the Red Sox 4-1. A's continue to find different ways to win, scoring 2 runs in the 5th on a ground out and a balk with a runner at 3rd. Houston swatted 5 home runs in a 9-1 win over the Angels. In fact, all 9 of the Astros' runs came via the long ball. Well, when the Wenatchee Apple Sox take the field again in just under 3 weeks, it'll have been 660 days since they last played baseball. COVID-19 wiped out the entire season a year ago, with the Apple Sox organization excited to get back to baseball June 1st. Radio voice of the Sox, Joel Norman, was a guest on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley this week and said fans will definitely see some COVID-related changes when they come to the ballpark this summer.
That's stuff that we thought was going to come eventually, but I think COVID has kind of accelerated as a result. For example, tickets are only going to be sold online. It avoids from any physical contact we have, any little thing we can do to prevent. What I've been telling people is, when your season is only 2.5 months, you can't afford to have an outbreak. We can't afford to take 2 to 3 weeks off of games. So our thought process was, let's go above and beyond maybe what some people prefer, but let's do the things that can hopefully prevent an outbreak of any sort, because if there is one, we're in a lot of trouble. So for one, all of our players are vaccinated. That was important to us, not just for preventing an outbreak, but also keeping our host families safe. If you're going to stay in a stranger's home, you might as well be as courteous as possible and prevent getting them sick at all as well. I mentioned the tickets online. We're limited in tickets as well. We can have at most 800 fans. Fortunately, the state has allowed sports teams to have vaccinated sections in recent weeks, and I think it's something that might confuse people. A vaccinated section is just as simple as if you've gotten your COVID vaccine, you're eligible to sit in that section, and we can put, I think it's almost about 80% of that section that we can have there as well. We'll just put a seat in between different parties who sit in there. So that way we're able to have more people there. And if you're not vaccinated, you're able to still come to the ballpark as well. We've got plenty of other seats available. So we're just trying to provide as many options as possible.
Wenatchee has 33 home games this season, beginning June 1st and 2nd with the Northwest Star Academy in town. For more on tickets, go online at applesox.com. Well, the spring sports season is winding down this weekend for high schools around north central Washington. That means we have to get a transition into the traditional winter sports that'll occur next week. Here on the NCWLIFE channel, we'll have a doubleheader to kick off our coverage. On Saturday, May 22nd, feature lacrosse at Lee Moffitt Field of the Apple Bowl at 1 o'clock. The Thunder host Snohomish. Then later in the day, we'll be at Wenatchee High School for the boys against Davis. We'll follow that on Tuesday, May 25th, with Eastmont and Moses Lake boys hoops. The first of two meetings between the Wildcats and Panthers will be on Friday, May 28th at 7:30. We'll have Eastmont girls and West Valley Saturday the 29th, followed by the Panther girls and Ike on Tuesday the 1st. We'll take a break for graduation at Apple Blossom before picking things up with our final game Tuesday, June 15th, Wenatchee hosting Eastmont. Well, not to be forgotten, we have live coverage of racing at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval coming up Saturday night. It's Johnson Electric Bump to Pass night. This should be crazy because the rules of bump to pass mean you have to bump the car in front of you before you can pass it. Also featured Saturday will be the Holidays Custom Muffler B-Mods, Plum Perfect Roadrunners, and Outlaw Figure 8 Oval Challenge. By the way, Outlaws are usually, they go in a figure 8. They're going to be just going around a circle, but they are fast. I'll be alongside Greg Rentz with your call 5:30 Saturday here on the NCWLIFE channel. Also, Wenatchee Valley's men's soccer team went on the road, came away with a 3-1 win at North Idaho yesterday. Carlos Solis Veramonte scored twice and Jose Camarillo once for the Knights in the win. Wenatchee Valley baseball team on the road at Treasure Valley for a twin bill today. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Jefferson, back to you.
Eric, thank you so much. Finally from us tonight, several elk on the I-90 wildlife overpass on Snoqualmie Pass decided they would not allow a lone coyote to use the crossing on Wednesday morning. A state fish and wildlife camera captured this video of the brief confrontation. You shall not pass, indeed. Now, a brief check-in with our friend Dan Kuntz once again for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Jefferson. We'll get your weekend going tomorrow with a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. My guest will be Dr. Michelle Price, the superintendent of the North Central Educational Services District. Been a long time since we talked to Michelle. We'll get the latest news from her fine organization. We'll have that warm and sunny weather forecast, highlights of the Mariners who are taking on Cleveland, a 4-game series that begins tonight. Everything you need to start your weekend is in one nice, tidy little package, and it's free. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Jefferson, back to you.
Thank you so much, Dan. That's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or check our website, ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening we would like to hear from you, you can send us an email, news@ncwlife.com, or give us a call, 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. I'm Jefferson Robbins. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
Boating in the Wenatchee Valley starts at Bonfile Boats and Motors. See their full line of Crown Line boats. Crown Line features the Forte gel coat, which perfectly accentuates the sporty silhouette of this boat. Its contours are further enhanced by Crown Line's patented fast tab hull design, which not only embraces the distinctive sports car styling, but also ensures a safe and comfortable ride. See Crown Line boats at Bonfile Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee or online at bobfile.com.
Bonfile Boats and Motors, we're dealing. Bonfile's gonna make you smile.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter Real Estate agent show you the difference.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.